Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about CSS Combinators and what they are. So basically, a combinator is something that explains the relationship between the selectors. So by using these combinators, they are space, an angle bracket, a plus sign, and then a tilde sign. We can specify the relationship between selectors, and yeah, we can also use multiple different selectors in one multiple different combinators in one single selector. So yeah, I'm gonna give you some examples. Let's go on with the first one, the descendant combinator, and that is represented by a space, empty space. So basically, I'm gonna create a div element, div, and inside I'm gonna make two paragraphs, and also I'm gonna give you one more tricky part to this. I'm gonna say paragraph number 1 and then copy this for a total of 2 times or 1 time. Then I'm gonna say section and paragraph 3. And outside of the div element, I'm gonna say paragraph 4 and paragraph 5. Okay. So there we have them. I'm gonna use the descendant combinator to select the descendant matches of this div element. Basically, the descendant means all that's inside of the div element. It means these ones. So let's go over here, and I'm gonna say div and then p, meaning paragraph. And I'm gonna select all the paragraphs and I'm gonna give them a background color of light green. And there we go. Paragraph 1, 2 and 3 are now selected. So the descendant combinator, which is this empty space, matches all the elements that are descendants of a specified element. In this case, it's the div element. So yeah, that's why all of these are highlighted with the green color, because they're all descendants of the div element. Alright, then I'm gonna show you the child combinator, the next one, which is represented by the left angle bracket. So the child combinator selects all elements that are children of a specified element. So in this example, if I said this and save, that would only select paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. Now why is this happening? Well, it's happening because the direct children, think of it this way, the div is the father, and these two paragraphs are children. Also, this section is a child, but this paragraph is a grandchild. So this background color does not apply to that. However, it does apply to the section, so if we were to make the section a box or something like that, then it would be applying, but yeah. If we go ahead and move 4 and 5 after the section part back to the div, they will be highlighted as well. But I'm gonna move them back. There we go. So yeah. The child combinator basically selects every single next element inside of the selector. The selector for us is the div element right over here, and then it selects the paragraphs and the section because they are the children of the parent element. Okay, let's go to the next sibling combinator. So yeah, basically this paragraph number 3, it's not a child, it's a descendant. So that's why we can't use this bracket to select it inside of CSS. Anyways, now let's go to the sibling combinator. Up next we have this one. So the next sibling combinator, also known as the adjacent sibling combinator, I'm gonna create, let's say, 3 developments, or maybe 2. Development 1 is gonna have paragraph 1 and 2 inside of it. There we go. Then I'm gonna create another development. This is gonna have paragraphs 3 and 4. And then I'm gonna create 2 more paragraphs. So paragraph, actually I'm gonna call this 7, and this next one is going to be 8. And after this I'm gonna make paragraph 5, paragraph 6. Okay, so we got a div with paragraph 1 and 2. We got a... Okay, and I think I should probably swap these. There we go, looking better. So, we have 1 and 2 are inside of a div, 3 and 4 are not, 5 and 6 are, and 7 and 8 are not. Alright, so I'm gonna say in a div to the ones that are inside of a div. There we go. Okay, if I go over here and use the plus selector, look what's going to happen. We get paragraph 3 and paragraph 7. That's because the adjacent sibling selector or the next sibling combinator selects the next element that's directly after another specified element. In this case, the specified element is the div element, this one and this one. So the next element after these ones is paragraph 3, paragraph 7. So that's why they are highlighted. So yeah, that's the next sibling combinator. Then lastly, we have the subsequent sibling combinator. So this combinator, the tilde combinator, selects all elements that are next siblings of a specified element. So for example, let's use this one, and then I'm gonna give you another one. So if we have a div element and another one and then these paragraphs, with the next sibling combinator only paragraph 3 and 7 are gonna be highlighted. But if we use the tilde on this, then paragraph 3, 4, 7 and 8 are gonna be highlighted. So why is this happening? Well, that's happening because the subsequent sibling combinator selects all elements that are next siblings of a specified element. Our specified element is the div, and the next siblings of the element are going to be these paragraphs. And by the way, these should be moved back. There we go. Alright, so yeah, think of these as brothers, children, parents, siblings, brothers, sisters, stuff like that. So these div elements and paragraphs, they are siblings between one another. The paragraph is a child of the div element, and the div element is the parent of the paragraph, so on and so forth. So yeah, because the tilde selects the siblings, we get paragraphs 3, 4 and 7 and 8. So that's exactly what's shown on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more example. So I'm gonna remove these, and then I'm gonna just write in some paragraphs. So paragraph 1, then a div element, and there we will have a paragraph 2. Okay, and then paragraph 3, and let's add a code tag, some code, and a paragraph 4. There we go. Alright, so now it looks like this. So, the general sibling selector selects all elements that are next siblings of a specified element, as you might remember. So we have the div, and then the siblings of the div element, the next siblings. Remember, it only goes forwards from here. So for example, even though paragraph 1 is a sibling of the div element, paragraph 1 is not selected because the general sibling selector selects only the next siblings of a specified element. So yeah, in this case it's gonna be the div element and all the paragraphs that come after it and are on the same level, I guess you could say. So right now we have this. This is not on the same level, but these are. So yeah, paragraph 3 and 4 are gonna be selected because they are the next siblings of the div element. The code element will not be selected because that's used for something completely else. I just wrote it here down just as an example. You can write some code inside of here, like actual code. In HTML we say, okay, it's gonna, I don't know how can I make some tags inside of this, maybe like this. And then like that. Okay, I guess that should work. Okay, so yeah, that's a code tag. If you wanna go through these tags, I have a playlist of the HTML course. Anyways, this is gonna be it for the CSS Combinators. So basically, with the CSS Combinators, we can select or explain the relationship between selectors. So yeah, also remember that a CSS selector can contain more than one simple selector. So yeah, and there's four different combinators: a space, a child combinator, the next sibling combinator, and the subsequent sibling combinator, with the space, bracket, plus, and a tilde signs. So yeah, I hope you were able to learn something new from this one, and I hope that I'm gonna see you in the next one. Happy learning everyone, and bye bye.